Hello YouTubers, this is Signut coming at you. I am here at the Kolomoki Mounds State Park in Georgia. And why am I here? Why am I taking video? The answer to that question is just some reflection on recent videos I've kind of watched about prepping and survival. And I wanted to talk a little bit about the difference between living and survival. Here I stand, the Native Americans, about 700 BC, roughly 3,000 years ago. Try and protect the wind a little bit. 3,000 years ago came and built this, and you gotta remember this mound, it's 70 feet tall, and I don't know, I'd say roughly 100 feet from end to end, maybe. You gotta remember that these Native Americans, they didn't know how to work iron. They did this with whatever, hands and stonework that they could come up with. This was a huge feat. How did they live? There's more than just surviving. A lot of the YouTubers, survive the apocalypse. Okay, great. Survive the apocalypse. Then you die. Great. That doesn't really save us as a species. So how'd they do this? My claim is that we survived as a species, and it's not just me. I'll list my sources. We as a species have lived because of a society. These Native Americans were able to do this great feat, create this huge structure with their hands, because they lived in a society. And I think that there's a major point that a lot of preppers on YouTube specifically are missing, that we need to learn to live as preppers. What does it take to live? Great, the apocalypse happens, and here we are surviving. And all right, so we need to learn things about building a society and living together as a society. Oh, and there's one catch. You need to be smarter and stronger than the other societies that are pooling together. Because if there's one thing that history has taught us, is that we're not going to be the only society out there, and there's going to be other societies that want more, want what you have. So you got to learn to pool together your people and bring them together in a society and live and flourish and build the components that will allow you to live through the ages. Just some thoughts on what we as a people need to be thinking about. We as preppers, I consider myself a prepper. I'm not a fanatic by any means. It's kind of what I pride myself in. I try to be the reasonable voice, not try and be outlandish. And some of the components, mainly are, water supply. You need water supply, you need food, but you need to pull together technology as well, manufacturing, and a lot of that revolves around water and mining. We as preppers need to understand those different components. Also, religion. There could be an argument made about deity, whether it's real or not. But the one thing that history has taught us is that morality is very important to our society. Without morality, society breaks down or does horrific things and retrofeeds. And one of the largest the saving grace to that component of our society in preserving morality has been religion. So don't overlook that as well. I really don't care. Well, I do care what religion you are. I care that you're happy in that religion. But as far as what religious sect you belong to, if you're happy with it, great. If it works for you, great. I can't, I'm happy for you. I wouldn't want to create a discord. If your religion is making you happy, great. I hate to see religion drive wedges in societies. I think there's a little fallacy there that it has throughout the ages. I disagree with that. I think religion has bound us as a society more so than not. Um, anyway, just enjoying my little walk up to the mound. Had some time to reflect on some of the themes that I'd seen on YouTube and put my thoughts about living and not just surviving.